Hi all, this is Phil. Quick vlog that I've been meaning to do for a long time. How's this going to work? Is the ambulance going to get here? Don't block the junction. There you go. Right. I'm sure it was Harley Man with his Am I the Only One vlog about the embarrassing moments, sharing a few of his embarrassing biking experiences and mishaps. And I did say at the time I have one. Well, I have many because I am a fool, but I have one in particular that I had said I would tell, but instead of just posting up a message saying, yeah, I once did this, I would reenact it, or I'm not going to reenact it and you'll see why, but I will go back to the scene of the crime, so to speak. Just round the corner here where I'm going to go to, when I first got my first ever bike, and it was a Yamaha TZR 125, a little two-stroke beauty, lovely bike. I was 18 and I had this 125. I didn't have a car, I didn't pass my test till I was 20 in a car. But I had this 125 bike, and I was out, as you can imagine, all hours. I didn't want to go in. I never wanted to be off the bike. I wanted to be out riding the bike all the time, never off the bike. So if I was out anywhere at any time, day or night, and I was on my way back home, the journey home used to take a weird route, and I would make the journey home longer and longer, and ride round and round in circles, and round the main roads, round the area where I lived, and then round the smaller roads in this estate, in right where I am now, and this park, which is just round the corner from where I live. And then one night I thought, I'm riding round and round and round, and I went round the park, and then one day I thought, I'm going in. Which is why I'm not going to reproduce it today, because what I did was, I rode in here, and I went on the footpath that goes all the way around the edge of this park, and I'm not going to go in because we're not supposed to, but just to hopefully catch on video, I rode in here and I went up the footpath that way, and going up that path, on that corner was, there used to be holly bushes all the way in between the big major trees that are around the edge. There used to be a holly bush right ahead of that corner there. So I came in here on my little 125 and I went blasting up there, got to that corner, couldn't slow down to get round the corner because the path's too narrow and I was going too quick. I mean, we're talking about maybe not the first day that I got the bike, but either the second or third day that I'd ever, that I'd owned the bike and been on the road with it, and hence I was just so excited to be out on it all the time, never wanted to go home. So I rode it in here, straight forward, couldn't slow down for that corner where it turns right, and I went straight forward and into the holly bush. So the front end, full fairing TZR 125, the front end went into that holly bush, and I ended up bolt upright with the bike wedged in the bush. So that was my stupid moment. One of my stupid moments, in fact one of my first stupid moments of biking. So learn your lesson. Don't ride around the footpath in the park. Don't go too fast on the footpath in the park, and make sure you can brake for the corner. And a friend of mine used to live on the road directly opposite where I can see a 4x4 just turning up, but you probably can't. Como Gardens, and just at the bottom of there, and I'm sure I took the bike, I pulled it out of the bush, got all, there were a load of leaves and holly leaves in the bike in the fairing, pulled them all out. I thought I'd pulled them all out, and then went for a ride, went up there, went to see my friend, and he said, "What are you up to?" "Just been in a holly bush in the park." He didn't believe me. He called me a few choice names, and didn't believe me. But then he came outside with me and had a look at the bike, and in the bottom of the fairing there were a couple of holly leaves, you know, leaves off the holly bush. So there you go, me in a holly bush on a TZR 125 in this very park, and I'm not going to reproduce it. I'm not going in there. We've got some steam. I'm not going in there. I don't want to reproduce it. Right. Yeah. So there you go. Stupidness on two wheels. Much more sensible now, obviously. Alright, this is Phil. Take care. Ride safe, and hope the weather's treating you well.